First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from the Superdome. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Roth. And past the 30 before it is out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on the pickup of 13.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go.
I got this. 13.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. To throw is Garoppolo. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Hey,
gun. 21. 11. 2.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Shoves him aside, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Third catch for him on this drive alone. They didn't get him the first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they ended with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal. Again, I like the way that they started this ball game.
Looks for the extra point. It's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign of the opening drive. That's out quickly to London. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
That's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 11. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? Kamara up the middle. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Ready, set.
Second down and 3. Johnson running right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no game that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 4 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays in the other line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run now.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 46 yards rushing for the round of ball game. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or 3 in that area. What are you dialing up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and 11. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. Now the timeout signal for again. 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on third down, will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. But we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Second and 6.
They'll check this down to Johnson.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now a play fake here on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I thought just sack after sack happened, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to jump a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll go with a keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up
into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Troy Pride.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Koo now for the point after.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Falcons 24, Saints 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 11.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
11.
Garoppolo looks to throw.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
I got you. 12.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. There's Chris Olave. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. On play action, now Garoppolo. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
Here we go. 65. 2.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Go ahead. 11. Hey, John.
On play action, it's Garoppolo.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Here comes the seventh play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
11. I got you. 11. Wait. Hey, wait. 12.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Locates Kamara on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They run it again with Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
That's good on the extra point. Lead down to 10, 24-14. After the touchdown, Rutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 130 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. They've not seen that much today. The loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least with that individual play, we just saw the defense finally able to win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts it in to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Into the hands of London.
And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Falcons, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.